Imagine getting paid just for sharing your thoughts on products and services you use every day. With Survey Junkie, it's that simple. Click on the link in the video description to discover how you can start earning today by taking surveys.
Former Spandau Ballet singer Ross William Wilde is a serial rapist who had a kink of wanting to have sex with sleeping women, a court has heard. Jurors were told that Wilde, whose real name is Ross Davidson, wanted to have sex up to 6 times a night and would force himself on women who refused him. The opening of the trial began at London's Wood Green Crown Court on Tuesday, where he is accused of a series of sex offences against 5 women and raping 3 of them over a decade between 2013 and 2023. The 36-year-old Scotsman, who allegedly told one victim he liked the idea of having sex with a mannequin or doll, faces further charges of voyeurism, intimidation, and controlling behavior. Davidson, who became lead singer of 1980s pop band Spandau Ballet in 2018, is accused of asking the first woman he attacked in 2013, "Why do you look like you've been raped?" The court heard that Davidson was a bit of a sex symbol after starring in the West End musical, We Will Rock You about a decade ago. Jurors were told he was very good-looking but had a darker and sinister side and expected to get sex on demand. He is accused of himself fondling women while they slept and enjoyed role-playing rape scenarios, it is claimed. Aberdeen-born Davidson had a kink of wanting to have sex with sleeping women, jurors were told. Davidson appeared for his trial wearing a light gray suit and light pink shirt. Prosecutor Richard Hearden said, "As a performer and as an individual, Wilde was a bit of a sex symbol. He is very good-looking and physically fit. He sings, plays the guitar, and is said to be charming and charismatic. His darker side is not the first thing that many women and girls notice about him. But the women in this case can all attest to that sinister part of his personality. For it is alleged that he has raped, coerced, and sexually assaulted a number of young women over the last decade. It is often supposed that men such as the defendant, blessed with good looks and star quality, can get any girl he wants without having to resort to committing sexual offenses, without having to resort to forcing himself on women, without having to resort to rape. Yet, the reality belies that supposition. In this case, many young women have come forward to tell the police that they have been victims of Mr. Davidson's predatory behavior. It is because he expects to get sex on demand that he will resort to rape and sexual assault if he is not given what he thinks he deserves. Davidson filmed himself allegedly raping the first woman after they had an argument at his flat on October 1, 2013. Afterwards, he said to her, "Why do you look like you've been raped?" She was shocked he would ask such a question. Unusually, there is actually independent proof of what happened. This is because the defendant secretly filmed it. This is not the only video of him abusing women and girls that will feature in this case. Why he chose to film it and the others is not known, but it would seem he was doing it for his own personal gratification and, one imagines, so he could watch the videos in the future. The defense case here is that this was role play. It involved her looking like a rape victim in a rape scenario. The alleged victim told the court how Davidson called her derogatory names such as slut and a whore before he raped her. She said she was sat on the edge of the bed and Davidson was aggressive, angry, and pacing up and down the bedroom. Mr. Herndon asked her, "What sort of things was he saying?" The woman replied, "I think insults again, I can't remember, just aggressive comments, putting me down, calling me a slut, calling me a whore," she replied. "Mr. Herndon, did he touch you at all?" The alleged victim replied, "Yes, he proceeded to touch me, he invaded my personal space and then started to touch me." When the prosecutor asked what was going through her mind, she replied, "What is going on? This is when I was in tears, we were having an argument, this isn't a time to even be this close to someone let alone instigating something. He suddenly became calm and was telling me that this is what I want, this is what I deserve." She then told the court how he allegedly pushed her onto the bed and started having sex with me and telling me this is what I wanted. He was quite aggressive, quite strong, there was not really much point in me